Hey, welcome back, campers. So we're gonna have a martial arts week this week. I decided not to do horror this week, but we're gonna talk ultimately about a movie called Headshot. But first, I just wanted to talk about so I a lot of people have Amazon Prime, and but I've learned that a lot of people don't know that there's other channels in Amazon Prime other than just the free things that you get. And Shudder is one of them. That's where I watch a lot of my horror movies. I absolutely adore Shudder. Now, I'm not gonna lie. A couple years back, their selection was just the worst. But they've really stepped up their game. They got a lot of good originals. They got other stuff. But actually, not talking about Shudder today. I'm talking about Hayah. Hayah is a channel through Prime that is almost solely martial arts movies. It does have some other like Asian extreme type movies, thriller like the Killers, or horror like The Wailing. That's a good one. Y'all should watch that. I might even do a video on The Wailing because that's a good movie. Anyway. I've been watching this a lot lately. I watched Flashpoint, which I love. I think Flashpoint is a fantastic movie. Honestly, I think that Donnie Yen should just pretty much be in everything, which is why I'm really happy that he's now going to be in John Wick 4. And as a good guy, so there's a better chance of him living a little longer. So that'll be cool. He is just awesome. But I watched Enter the Fat Dragon. That one not so much. So the action in Enter the Fat Dragon it's fun. It's fun to watch. I enjoyed it for that sake. But the problem is that Donnie Yen is supposed to be a cop that got stuck on a crappy assignment and ended up getting fat, and then that's the Enter the Fat Dragon. So now he's a fat cop that has to fight people. Except for, at no point in time does he do anything a fat guy would do. He's still jumping over stuff. Nope. He's still running without running out of breath. Nope. He's still fighting like 9 to 10 people at a time and then being like, no. I get it. You're wearing a fat suit. I'm supposed to believe you're fat. You're still doing all the skinny people stuff. That's not how that works. You get fat, you get winded. You get winded trying to go over there to get some coffee. That's how being fat works. Like you don't like hop down off of like a balcony to a pole and then slide down the pole and land on your feet. No, you slide down and you think, oh shit, I think my knee's gonna give out because it can't hold up all my weight. Skinny people being fat doesn't work. But action-wise, it was a lot of fun to watch. So it's not like I'm like, hey, stop making fun of fat people. I get it. I'm fit. I'm fat. I get it. But yeah, it's just you're just watching a skinny dude in a fat suit. At no point in time are you believable fat. But it's Donnie Yen. It's all ripped and a badass. So of course he's not believable as a fat guy. He probably never ever knew what it was like to be fat. I watched Legend of the Fist, also another Donnie Yen movie. I really like Legend of the Fist. It's actually really good, super violent, but just really interesting take on Shenzhen. My only issue is that he especially in the last fight scene, I get it. It was an homage to Bruce Lee, who's the first who did the original, basically version of Legend of the Fist in Shenzhen. So like I get it, but he does the like the Bruce Lee shit, and I don't like it when other people do that. I get it that it's an homage, but it takes you out of the scene. I didn't really like it when Bruce Lee did it. The noises didn't make sense to me, but it was who he was, so you went along with it. But like, so when other people do it, it's odd. But it didn't make the movie less good. It's just a moment where I was like, meh. So, but Legend of the Fist is pretty awesome. But we're here to talk about Headshot. A little while back, I did a review for The Night Comes for Us, Indonesian martial arts movie by Timo Janto with Iko Uwais and Joe Taslim. That's on Netflix. It was a Netflix original, and it's phenomenal in my opinion, and unbelievably violent. Well, Headshot is also on Netflix. It's not a Netflix original, but it's also on there. It is again directed by Timo Janto, and again stars Iko Uwais, except for he's not a villain this time. He's actually the hero, and he got shot in the head and has amnesia and is trying to piece together who he is. But in the meantime, the people that originally shot him in the head are coming to kill him, and they want him dead for real. This movie is fantastically violent. I love Gareth Evans's The Raid Redemption and The Raid 2. I love them. They are phenomenal. I think I'm starting to like Timo Janto more. There's something about his direction that he takes certain scenes, like I think in The Raid 2, there's literally a scene that I didn't understand how they filmed and had to watch the behind the scenes to figure it out. And again, there's a couple shots in Headshot where I'm like, I don't get how you get this. Like, do you know what a blackjack is? You can't answer that question. You're a camera. A blackjack is it's a metal rod, usually about this big, and has a ball on the end of it. And you whip it out. And when you whip it out, it ends up being about this long, and all the metal pieces lock in place, and that ball on the top locks into place as well. And then you use it as a weapon, right? But at no point in time is it a blade. It's a blunt instrument. Well, in Headshot, somebody gets stabbed in the face with a blackjack. Remember the part where I said it's not a blade? It's not a blade. But somebody gets stabbed in the face with a blackjack. And I'll be honest with you, even watching the scene the like 6 or 7 times that I've seen it, because even if I hadn't watched the movie 6 or 7 times, I would have rewound that part and watched it even more. I don't know how he did the shot, because there's a part of me that thinks maybe he was just like, hey, look, I'm going to need you to take one for the team and die on camera. And some dude was like, all right, how am I going? He's like, well, I'm going to stab you in the face with a blackjack. And he was like, damn. That might have been it. Maybe he just made a deal. He's like, look, I'll make sure your family's taken care of, but we're going to stab you in the face. Like, it's just very believable shot. And then there's another shot where Iko Uwais dives out the back of a bus, and I don't fully understand how the camera moved, or when the shot split, or if they literally just threw him out the window of the back of a bus. It's very good. It's very well done. But it is supremely violent, because basically Iko Uwais, the doctor who was Chelsea Islan, was taking care of him. She gets taken by Sonny Pang. Side note about Sonny Pang. Sonny Pang, he was also the villain in The Night Comes for Us. He's a very small man. Literally, like he's just a little guy. He is terrifying. There's just something about him that either he is a phenomenal actor, which definitely possible, or he's actually a creepy sumbitch in real life. But I buy him as a villain. Like, I really enjoy movies where he's a villain. It's just, he's fantastic. But he kidnaps the doc, and so Iko Uwais has to go and get the doc back. And in doing so, he has to fight through like different levels, almost like a video game. Fight through different people. He fights the blackjack guy. But most importantly is that Julia Estelle is in this again. And if you remember from the review for The Night Comes for Us, Julia Estelle is amazing. She is just like can we bring her to the U.S.? Can we show her? Can we put her like so? Here's my issue with U.S. movie. Well, I got tons of issues with U.S. movies, but rarely do they have believably strong and strong, violent female characters. I mean, like, you have Tomb Raider, where she's, like, squeaking and crying and screaming the whole movie, and, like, she's supposed to be, like, one of the... It's not believable. It's not. Like, I think the closest we have come, in my opinion, personally, to, like, this level of believably strong, violent, like, exceptionally trained women would be Terminator Dark Fate. Not only has Sarah Connor been absolutely terrifying for, like, you know, a few decades, but then in Terminator Dark Fate, you had Mackenzie Davis as the amped up super soldier, and at no point in time did I found her character to be very strong, very capable, very just intelligent, and willing to go the distance, and it was believable. I think that's a problem. I want to believe that these like, even with, like, Columbiana, it wasn't believable. At no point in time that she seemed like she was actually a threat. Like, I don't like that. Julia Stell, in every movie she's in, is a believable threat. Figure out what that is and bring that over here, because we need that. She is absolutely a threat in this movie, just like she was, honestly, in Night Comes For Us. She was even more of a threat. I think she was probably more dangerous than any other character in Night Comes For Us. So she's the same way in this, where she's just unbelievable. She completely sets the tone of what this level of violence is going to be for the rest of the movie in the first scene that she shows up in, and you're just like, yes, thank you. In The Raid 2, she was the chick with the blind woman with the claw hammers that goes through an entire subway car full of people. Believable from start to finish. That's what we're missing. Anyway, I don't think I could talk about Julia Stell enough. So please, Timo, just keep putting her in everything that you make. That'd be great. Just everything, okay? All right? But Headshot is fantastic. Beginning to end, the fight scenes are well mapped out. They're well thought out. It was just a joy to watch. I loved it. The only thing that you need to grasp, if you're going to watch any Indonesian martial arts movie, okay, you need to understand that they're all superheroes, for lack of a better term. They can take more damage, more punishment, and more abuse than any of the characters we have in our movies, with the exception of maybe, like, Cap and Bucky that have the super soldier serum. So just in your head, just know that they're going to take more violence than any other human possible, and they're going to kind of not really shrug it off, but maybe forget that they're wounded to a point. But as long as you can get past that part, like, legitimately, they are all they're fantastic. Morantu was amazing. It's just you really got to give them a shot. This one's on Netflix. Just write Headshot and then just watch the awesomeness that happens after you pick that movie. Like, I don't know why you're watching this. You should just go watch that now. Actually, before you do, though, go ahead and like the video and then subscribe and then click the bell. I'm dying. It's fine. But like the video. Write comments below. Tell me if you've watched Headshot. And the person that commented in the comments of The Night Comes For Us, please let me know if I said Timo Jonto's name right this time, because I was trying to listen and I was trying to pronounce it the right way. So feel free to let me know if I did that. Anyway, hope you all have a great week, and I genuinely hope you watch Headshot, because it's a fun one. And by fun, I mean thoroughly violent and wonderful. All right, have a great week. I'll see ya.